Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
Welcome once again to Chinese Pod, bringing you lessons in spoken Mandarin from the great city of Shanghai, China. And my name is Ken Carroll.
And I'm Jenny.
Now, and you are the great Jenny of Shanghai. Would you tell us about the great lesson we have today?
Indeed, it is great because it's one of the Olympics and we are learning how to describe athletes.
Describing athletes.
The physical attributes.
The physical attributes.
Yes,
oh,
we judge athletes solely based on looks.
Well, in this lesson, yeah. Are we talking male athletes or female athletes?
Male.
Because I didn't author this thing. So you're talking about male? We're talking about...
Yeah, because I authored this one.
Yeah, so we're talking about physical attributes of male athletes. Well, this could be interesting or not. I don't know. It depends on your perspective. Do you want to give away a phrase or two to help us build a little context here?
Yes, let's choose 肌肉. 肌肉.
肌肉. Tell us about this.
First and fourth tone.
So you're talking chicken here?
No.
We're not talking chicken.
Exactly the same pronunciation but different character. And here, 肌肉 is muscle.
Oh, okay. There you go. So 肌肉 means muscle or it means chicken. Okay, interesting.
Different writing.
So if you be careful, if that man has really nice chickens, it could sound the same because I know there's something you have this lined up for us. Interesting. Same pronunciation but different characters, of course.
Yes, indeed.
Wow, interesting. Let's have this dialogue then.
对话第一遍。
快看，这个运动员的身材真好。
这个太瘦了，还是那个好，肌肉发达。
我觉得那个太壮了。
运动员当然要壮了。
你看那个怎么样？
他的身材正好。
第二遍。
快看，这个运动员的身材真好。
这个太瘦了，还是那个好，肌肉发达。
我觉得那个太壮了。
运动员当然要壮了。
你看那个怎么样？
他的身材正好。
第三遍。
快看，这个运动员的身材真好。
这个太瘦了，还是那个好，肌肉发达。
我觉得那个太壮了。
运动员当然要壮了。
你看那个怎么样？
他的身材正好。
Time to translate.
Yes, it is.
快看，这个运动员的身材真好。
Look, this athlete has a great physique.
快看，这个运动员的身材真好。
Look, this athlete has a great physique.
快看，这个运动员的身材真好。这个太瘦了，还是那个好，肌肉发达。
This one's too skinny. That one's better. He has bigger muscles.
这个太瘦了，还是那个好，肌肉发达。
This one's too thin. The other one's better. He has more well-developed muscles.
这个太瘦了，还是那个好，肌肉发达。我觉得那个太壮了。
Well, I think that one's too buff.
我觉得那个太壮了。
I think that one's too buff.
我觉得那个太壮了。运动员当然要壮了。
Of course, athletes need to be buff.
运动员当然要壮了。
Of course, athletes need to be buff.
运动员当然要壮了。你看那个怎么样？
Look at that one. What do you think of him?
你看那个怎么样？
Look at that one. What do you think of him?
你看那个怎么样？他的身材正好。
Oh, yeah, he has a great physique.
他的身材正好。
Yeah, he's in great shape.
他的身材正好。
Okay, so here you have it, ladies. If this is what you want to do to reduce men to their purely physical level, gosh, not that men would ever do that.
Two ladies.
No, of course not. Anyway, so it's interesting because it's got a lot of good vocabulary. Some of this could actually be used in a male or female context, and that's so there you go. Now, let's look at the first sentence.
快看，这个运动员的身材真好。
Now, the word for physique here.
身材，身材。
Now, could you tell us about those two characters?
The first one, 身 means body, and 才 means the composition.
Composition. Interesting. Now, so 身体 as in body,
Yep.
and 才 also means like materials. Can it be used in the
Yes.
sense of materials?
Yep.
Wow, that's interesting. Now, physique, so 身材. Now, in this case, we've got two girls talking about the male athletes, but 身材, can it be used to describe a woman's figure, for example?
Yes, of course. In Chinese, it's a unisex term.
Okay. So it doesn't, so physique is just what is in context the way we translate
Exactly.
it. So if you were talking about a girl, if you said, oh, she has a nice figure, you'd say,
You'd say exactly the same. 身材真好.
okay, there you go. So that's how it works. Now, this one is too thin.
这个太瘦了，这个太瘦了。
Now, so the word, the adjective thin or skinny is
瘦，瘦
and 太瘦了.
too thin. 太瘦了。
太瘦了. Yeah. It indicates state or continuous state perhaps or something, whatever. Okay, 太瘦了. Now, you could also say 太胖了.
Too fat.
Fat, yeah.
还是那个好，肌肉发达。
Welcome back to another installment of Chinese Pod Trivia. And the question for you is, for what test does Chinese Pod offer preparation services for? Is it A, the polygraph, B, the colonoscopy, C, the HSK test, or D, the CAT scan?
The CAT scan?
Ooh, sorry, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, the HSK test. That's right, Chinese Pod will thoroughly prepare you to pass this rigorous test of proficiency in Chinese. ChinesePod.com/HSK.
Okay. Now, but that one's better.
还是那个好，
Yeah, so that one is better. Now, why is he better? Because he has bigger muscles.
肌肉发达，肌肉发达。
Now, 肌肉, the muscles, 发达. Tell us about this.
Literally means to develop.
To develop.
Sorry, well developed.
Well developed. There you go. So the word for develop is,
发展，发展。
right, so 发达 meaning,
Well developed.
okay, 肌肉发达, big muscles,
Yes.
essentially. All right, good. Now, but I think that one's too buff.
我觉得那个太壮了，我觉得那个太壮了。
壮. Now, 太壮了. Now, buff, we translated here, buff.
The Chinese term 壮 means bulky.
Kind of bulky?
Yeah,
Okay.
it indicates the mass.
Yeah. The mass, I think that's, I'm not really sure. I think that's what buff refers to in the same way. Just physical mass, just
Yeah.
bulkiness and stuff like that. 太壮了. Now, that's for a man, of course. For a girl, well,
For a girl, it wouldn't be a compliment at
it
all.
certainly wouldn't. Certainly wouldn't. Maybe you're talking about Superman's big sister or someone like that. She's 很壮了. Okay. So, but they need to, these athletes, they need to be buff.
运动员当然要壮了，运动员当然要壮了。
Now, 当然 meaning of course.
Yeah.
And the verb 要 meaning
要
to want. Means in this case,
To need.
they have to be. They have to be buff. 壮了. All right. Now, look at that one. What do you think of him?
你看那个怎么样？ It's like they're in a marketplace.
A meat market. We are so superficial here with this dialogue. 你看那个, that piece of meat. 那个怎么样? What do you think of him? Well, thankfully, well, she's
They
pleased.
finally get it right.
Yeah, she's pleased, she says.
他的身材正好。他的身材正好。
Yeah, she's saying, yeah, his physique, is 正
正
好.
好.
Fourth tone, third tone, meaning
Yes.
just right.
Just right. Yeah.
正好. Now, 正好can be used in many contexts, of course. How's the food? Is the water hot? Anything, great expression. All right, let's listen to that again 3 more times.
对话第一遍。
快看，这个运动员的身材真好。
这个太瘦了，还是那个好，肌肉发达。
我觉得那个太壮了。
运动员当然要壮了。
你看那个怎么样？
他的身材正好。
第二遍。
快看，这个运动员的身材真好。
这个太瘦了，还是那个好，肌肉发达。
我觉得那个太壮了。
运动员当然要壮了。
你看那个怎么样？
他的身材正好。
第三遍。
快看，这个运动员的身材真好。
这个太瘦了，还是那个好，肌肉发达。
我觉得那个太壮了。
运动员当然要壮了。
你看那个怎么样？
他的身材正好。
Well, there we had it. A somewhat superficial lesson on talking about people's appearances. But don't say after close to 600 lessons that we don't cover the whole spectrum right here. So that was an Olympic lesson talking about athletes. We hope it was useful. Don't forget, you know what you can do, ChinesePod.com. Go there. Be there, and you never know who you might bump into over there. You never know what you might discover over there.
And check today's photo.
And check today's photo, indeed.
Talking about both athletes. Yeah.
Okay, so I can see Jenny's going to be looking for the photos today. We'll be back again, of course, tomorrow with another lesson, but right now it's time for us to say
再见.
As much as we love to talk about ourselves,
Chinese Pod.
Chinese Pod.
Chinese Pod.
Chinese Pod.
we'd rather hear what you have to say.
Before I didn't have time to sit in a class for 2 hours. Now I can learn Chinese anytime I want to.
It's Mandarin on your terms. Chinese Pod.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number 0665. So just go to www.chinesepod.com/0665 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/0665.